the statistics concept, the scatter diagram, the line of best fit, and the correlation. So what is a scatter diagram? It is a graph that can be used to find out whether there is a relationship between two variables. For example, the relationship between the age and the value of a car, or the relationship between the height and shoe size of a person, or the relationship between the marks that a person gained in two separate tests. Consider this example. This information shows the 10 pupils sat for both maths and physics exam. The x-axis pertains to the maths result, and the y-axis pertains to the physics result. We considered the scores in maths and physics as the x and y coordinates of the point, and plot the points A to J. Each point represents the maths and physics scores. This scatter diagram shows the relationship between the scores of the 10 students in maths and physics exam, and that is what we called as the correlation. So what is a correlation? It is a measure of the relationship between two variables or the period of data. It can be described in terms of type and strength, and these types are positive, negative, or no correlation at all. Look at these figures. The first one shows a positive correlation. The variables have the same direction. As the x increases, the y variable also increases. This figure shows a negative correlation, meaning the variables have opposite directions. As x increases, the value of y decreases. And the third figure shows no correlation at all. The x and y shows no connection to each other. Strong correlation means there is a very strong relationship, such as the hotter the weather, the more ice creams are sold. And a weak correlation means there is a little relationship between things. Look at these two figures. The first shows a strong correlation, and the second shows a weak correlation. The points are less closely grouped in the example of weak correlation, and these points are closely grouped along an imaginary straight line, and this line is called the line of best fit. So what is a line of best fit? This is an imaginary straight line where the points are grouped together. It is a line that best describes the relationship between the two variables or paired data. This is the line of best fit for a positive correlation. It is slanting upward to the right. While for the negative correlation, it slants downward to the right. The line of best fit follows the trend of the points. Let's have an example. The table shows the daily rainfall and the number of sunbeds sold at a resort on the south coast. Let's draw a scatter diagram of the information. Let's have amount of rainfall as the x-axis and the number of sunbeds sold as the y-axis. So the first point is 0, 380. The second point is 1, 320. The third point is 2, 340. The fourth point is 5, 210. The fifth point is 6, 220. The sixth point is 9, 110. And the last point is 11, 60. So this is the scatter diagram that shows the amount of rainfall and the number of sunbeds sold in South Coast. What is the correlation between the amount of rainfall to the number of sunbeds sold? The trend of the points is slanting downward to the right. Therefore, the correlation is negative correlation. Draw the line of best fit. This is the line of best fit for this scatter diagram. Estimate the number of sunbeds sold if the amount of rainfall is 3 millimeters. By looking at the graph, draw a line from 3 millimeters towards the line of best fit and determine the number of sunbeds sold, and that is 290 sunbeds.